Alright guys, welcome. This is a little tutorial that I'm going to be showing you guys, and if you're wondering why I'm dressed like this, I'll leave a link to my vlog I made a little bit ago talking about why I'm dressed like this, but I just wanted to get this video out of the way. So this video is going to be showing you guys like one to a few benefits of when you're using Premiere Pro, when you render with this. It's called Adobe Media Encoder. Now I've been using this for a little bit now, and it's actually made the editing process a lot easier for me. So if you have more than one video that you want to render, so let's say like this, if you have like all your videos recorded, edited, and all you gotta do is just render it. Sometimes it can be a pain if you gotta do it one by one. Now the benefit of using Media Encoder is that when you set it up to where you have everything edited and all that, all you gotta do is just click on the video. I don't know like the whole process of what you can do, but I know the easiest way for me to do it is making sure that everything's edited and adding markers at the start and finish of each video. And the way you add markers is you press M on your keyboard, or you can right click and click add marker. So the easiest way I've found to doing this is adding markers at the end of each video and putting the mark in, and then of course the mark out and the mark in, to know that's where the video starts and the video ends. And then what you can do is you can go up here to file, go to export, and then I don't really know if it works if you use different things or different settings. I usually keep the settings the same, so I'll just name that test. Usually I do keep it on high bitrate. I don't do YouTube. Every now and then I will, but I end up changing things anyway. The only thing I really change is the bit rates. This I usually either keep around 16 or max, and the target I'll do anywhere between 12 to 14, or sorry, 12 to 16. So and it really depends for me on what I'm doing in the video. If I'm doing like, of course, like gaming, where I'm moving around a lot, I'll put it at like 14 or 16. But if I'm doing something like vlogging, then I'll do some around 10 or 12 when I'm not, moving around and doing as much. I do use previews because usually it does kind of help with the rendering process. Really use the max rendering quality, and where is it? Maximum depth. Really, you don't have to click those unless you're downscaling or upscaling. Because to me, I don't see a difference in videos when I do it, but for you guys, it might. I usually keep it on one pass. Sometimes I'll do two pass depending on the video. And then what you can do is you can click Q, and then what it does, it sends the video to Media Encoder whenever my Media Encoder wants to work. There we go. And there's the video. Now I'll show you with the other videos as well. Now this is, like I said, if you're doing multiple videos in one thing. So the same thing with like Sony Vegas. Sony Vegas, I used to do the same thing all the time. I used to edit a few videos at the same time, get everything there, and then start rendering. Now, as long as, you do everything the way you're supposed to, then you should have no problems with any of this. So the good thing is that when you are done with everything, all you have to do is press the play button. Once you press the play button, it'll start rendering them one by one, but technically it could still be faster than doing it one at a time. So real quickly while this is going, I'll speed through it. Now quickly, I do want to mention that those only went fast because they are really short clips. Like the beginning to this one's only 7 seconds, or 6.5, my bad. But still, they're short clips. But like I said, if you want to render, multiple videos simultaneously, then you can do it like this, just adding it to Media Encoder. Now I keep everything the way it is. I don't mess with any settings, mainly because I don't know what I'm doing for this. The only thing I mess with settings on here is during the exporting on here. Now I could try to mess around with this and see, how you can do different things, maybe to make it go a little bit faster, but other than that, this is, really the only thing I kind of use now, because when I edit videos, especially when it's multiple videos like these, I'll kind of edit them at the same time and render them out at the same day. Now, another thing you can do is what I'm planning on doing too when I start doing more going more in editing. You can do it to where it does it overnight. And with Adobe Premiere Pro and this, usually it will use your CPU, because I'm guessing that these two programs don't, or Adobe in general, I'm guessing they don't use your GPU anymore like they used to, I guess. But everything that I've seen, they mentioned that they don't allow you to use your GPU anymore, which I find weird, because Sony Vegas, you can do that, no problem. But even like Sony Vegas, I can pop this up real quick and show you guys the same thing in here like you can on Sony Vegas. So just give it a sec to boot up, and I will be right back. Now, one upside if you were to do this in Sony Vegas is, in Sony Vegas you can use your GPU to render. Now, that's what I usually do, and I still do some of my editing in Sony Vegas. Most of it I do in Premiere now. I'm like actually switching over, which I find a little weird, because I haven't used anything else other than Sony Vegas for the past 3 years I've been editing. So, same thing with this. If you were to split it into a few clips, what you can do then, double click on the video, press R to add a region. But anyway, you can add a region there. And then it's very important that you know what you usually render in. If you have a custom template, then you would have to find that in the way that I'm about to show you. So I use the Magix codec because it's the most efficient for the NVIDIA things, and they already have NVIDIA presets if you have a NVIDIA graphics card. If you have like my laptop, it will use the Intel QuickSync, so it'll say Intel QSV, which stands for QuickSync Video, which is still pretty fast, especially in real time. But make sure that you know what you do it in. I use the standard presets. I don't mess with them anymore. The only one I really don't use on here anymore is the 720p and the 1440, because I vlog in 1080p now, and I really don't use the CPU ones. I only use the NVIDIA. But if you know them, or if you know what codec you're using, by the way, you can only use one codec for this, the way you can do it. You go to Tools, go to Scripting, and then go to Batch Render. Now, for these settings, you kind of got to look at it, so you can save it to, whatever. You can name it, whatever. Just note that when you render, it'll pop up as different names, which I can show you in a minute. So make sure that you use the one that you're going with, and then when you're down here, make sure that you click Render Regions. Then when you click OK, it'll go through everything. Now, the thing that I like about Vegas more than Premiere is the GPU rendering, because the other day I was recording a game at the same time, and my CPU did not go above like 85, which I thought was amazing. It is right now because of the way I'm recording everything, and I have like a billion things open right now. So I'm actually kind of happy I did this, because I can do kind of like a 2-in-1 video between Premiere and Vegas, which I'm pretty much going to go with Premiere all the way when it comes to multi-editing, especially with the Media Encoder. Now, do keep in mind that sometimes Media Encoder will crash. Today, it crashed like 3 times when I was rendering something. I've had to completely restart the rendering process, which was fine because it was like a 5-minute video. But yeah, when that's done, so here is the tests that I did with Premiere, and here is the ones that I did with Vegas. Now notice this one has open bracket 0, close bracket. This one's got the number 1, this one's got the number 2, and this one's got the number 3. Now they do it like that is because it has the same title multiple times, but they are still the same video, same pretty much rendering process, just one's slightly faster and a little bit better than the other, but efficient wise I would go with Premiere all the way. I'm not sponsored by Sony or Adobe, but either of their products, I would try them both before you buy them, or get them however other way you want to get them. But yeah, anyway, so like I said, I'm kind of veering off from Sony Vegas and doing more with Premiere because you can do a whole lot more, and just the editing, it's like it's you can do it like so efficiently. Now I don't know what's up with my Vegas lately, but if I were to split this and delete it, that clip drags right to each other. Now that's never done that to me before. It's always after it's deleted, it stays where it's at usually. I do like that it's letting, you know, Sony Vegas do that now, because that was one of my biggest issues when it came to editing, was dragging everything again. Because when I edit videos, what I usually do is I'll split the clip, delete it, split the clip, delete it, and then later on I'll do everything. But when I found Premiere, I found out that you could either click the empty space and click delete, or you can right click that and ripple delete. Another efficient way that I found was, if you come over here, you can add an adjustment layer. I made a video about this. You make it to the length of your video, select all the clips, drag it up, drag it down, select the adjustment layers, right click, ripple delete, and it'll make sure that everything is nice and put together. It is amazing on how much, you know, you can do in Premiere, more than you can do in Vegas. But yeah, this is not really a competitive thing. I'm not trying to tell you who or what's better for what. It's all based on you guys. Sony Vegas I've been working with since Vegas since like Vegas 10. I've been using Vegas 10, but I've only really been editing for like 3 years now. So I've able to use Vegas 10 all the way through now. I'm just waiting to see what they come out with for Vegas 16. Now Premiere, I'm sure they will change a lot over the years, or over the next few years I should say. But their editing is outstanding, especially on the animations you can do just by, you know, going over here. And just like Sony Vegas, if you want to, you know, zoom in or something, you can add, you know, markers and stuff here. And I forgot what they're called, but I don't know. But yeah, anyway, that's enough of my rambling for now. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you guys have any other things that you want to see me do in either Sony Vegas or Premiere, or if you want to learn more about Media Encoder, I can try my best and explain what it is, how it works, and more benefits of that over, you know, going here, going to not import, going to export, and then just exporting it through there rather than, you know, having it to be a pain. Yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I love your faces, and I'll see you all later.